Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So straight into the action. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Lahm.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Played over towards the opposite flank. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Great vision. Maicon's cross. And he can thump it away.
Yaya Toure will be key here, Peter. His versatility and drive makes him a nightmare for the opposition.
He was actually a much more conventional holding midfield player in his younger days, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he's come on in leaps and bounds since then. In fact, he's at his best when partnered with a defensive midfielder like that, because it means he has license to just join the attack.
So he's benefited a lot from his new role.
Yeah, it's brought so much more out of him. He's a true all-round player now.
Hakimi cuts it out. And it's Bellingham. He's a sharp little ball here. Varane gets it clear.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Chooses to go crossfield. Hakimi. Nice interception, well timed.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Foot in. Hakimi, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Gabriel is there to clear. Can he get on the end of this? And he was quick to react. The referee's awarded a free kick. Oh, no joy this time. Gabriel attempts a clearance. Now it's Seedorf, and it's Maicon. Seedorf plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Cross into the... A header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Shapes to shoot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And now they can spring out of defence. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Aimed beyond the defence. Good play on the left-hand side
great
here.
feat, that.
Bellingham receives it in a good position here. That's going across goal. Schmeichel claims it without any fuss. France are benefiting from a lot of movement up front, are they not?
Yeah, and if you're looking to play people in with passes from midfield, you really need willing runners who aren't looking to just get to the defensive line, but to go beyond it.
Oh, that's delightful. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Dembele. Nicely shaped ball. And now the breakaway. Now it's Yaya Toure. Vieira. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Yaya Toure produces the perfect tackle there. And they can counter here. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Michael. This is Dembele. Maicon has it out wide and in space. Terrific effort! Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Maicon. And it's Maicon.
There they go, hunting again.
Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, but I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in the second half.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And we are back underway.
France have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of...
And the shot! And no mistake! Just as they wanted it, just when they wanted it. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Hakimi getting this one clear. Ibrahimovic knocks it out wide. Hakimi hangs in a cross. Varane is there and he can get that clear.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now, can they get it back? Bale. And a chance! And it's in! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. That was a given. It always was.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 18.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Messi coming on to a rapturous reception. It is the moment we've all waited for.
Now, that's what you call a luxury addition, to be able to summon someone of this calibre.
Benfica are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And it's been played through. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Ibrahimovic being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
Nice control. Now here's the delivery. Gabriel getting this one clear. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. France perhaps contemplating their next change here. France disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Bale engages and forces him off the ball. Lam. Vieira.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Shifted it to the flank. Now that's well seen too. Now what about a counter-attack? Seedorf. And it's Seedorf. And it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Deftly away. Bellingham looking understandably energised after his goal. Michael. 75 minutes played. And here's Azar. Played down the flank. Pullet is in a really good position out wide. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 22, le numéro 14, Ibrahimovic, le numéro 19, Hazard.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Le numéro 13.
That is ended up in no man's land. And Cristiano Ronaldo! And it's there! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
A case now of complete control. That looks a good ball through. Pinches it off him.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Looking for the run. Messi proves just a little bit too strong. Nesta can get it clear. Vieira tries to clear. Maldini clears.
Temps additionnel, 3 minutes.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Knocks it into space. And this is Hullet. Not the most convincing of passes. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Can he finish? And it's in. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just...
So that's it. It is all over. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, and those are very good qualities. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. A header! And it's a goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So, a breakthrough already. And it's Azar. Lahm. Engages and forces him off the ball. Lahm just loves to go forward whenever he can. Rafael Varane. And that is a little undercooked. Over to the right flank. And this is Gullit. Played in. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Lahm. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rafael Varane. That has ended up in no man's land. Hakimi. It's a good spell of possession, this. Ibrahimovic. Gullit. And he's managed to get free. Now the cross. Getting up there! And a neat finish. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. Certain, searing, and imperious.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Benfica are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
Now it's Azar. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Lahm. No, he refuses to take the bait. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's on it. Can he get away? Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Seedorf was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
They've got to be quick moving this forward. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Ibrahimovic. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. That's a cute ball. Oh, he's found support out wide. And it's Hakimi. Swung over. Played out to the left flank. Cross into the box. Cleared without hesitation. Gullit.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he goes cross-field. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And here's Gullit. Great ball, and he's in, and the shot! Yes! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass. both causing lots of problems for that defence.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Out for a throw. Now it's Hullet. That has been slung wide. Ibrahimovic. And here's Bellingham. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. Benfica have really been terrific at...
And that signals the end of the first period. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kickoff. So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly.
Attention, attention, le trafic risque d'être très dense dès le coup de sifflet final.
So, into the second half.
France really have to pick things up here. Their opponents are going to set up to play on the counter-attack now, which means they're going to have to find ways to draw them out more.
And this is Hazard. There's the shot!
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Bellingham attempts a clearance. Out towards the flank. Gabriel gets over and intercepts. Oh, good take in a good area. And he's managed to get rid. Hazard. Cruyff. Seedorf. Goes for a shot! It's a goal! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
There was a distinct lack of pressure there, Peter. It was a good finish, but it was made easy. That's poor defence.
So could they be onto something here? Well, the less said about that pass, the better. Hullet being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
And that's a really buccaneering run he's making. Hakimi plays in. Goal!
France are still behind, but they've increased their level of
Ibrahimovic! It's a goal! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Benfica palpably stronger, better, superior. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Seedorf. Vieira. That is good alertness. Can he get on the end of this? It's Ibrahimovic! And that's a tiny finish. Just cruising! They are cruising! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
And the shot! Hazard gets it away. And it's Hakimi. Gattuso carries the ball down the right. Space for him to turn and look. There's the header! No, he can't turn it in.
It's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 14.
So changes afoot here, and from both
Le
sides.
numéro 19. Hazard. Le numéro 9.
Varane gets across to intercept that.
Le numéro 16. Ramos.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now.
À leur place,
Varane does really well to win the ball there.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Le
Come
numéro
backwards
11.
here.
Well, he just didn't have any
Le
support.
numéro 23.
He's been really sharp. That's a great interception.
Le numéro 17. Changement en cours.
He's a sharp little ball here. Cruyff, he's picked his way through. The referee's awarded a free kick. There's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. And smartly reclaimed. Vieira. Well, that pass isn't the best. And here's Thuram. Maicon. Hakimi. Maicon, who does have an assist to his name. Passing is crisp and sharp. And Maicon.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Yaya Toure. He is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Bale. Driving on and making good progress. Vieira. 5 minutes left on the clock. Well, they could break here. Hakimi. Looking to play him in. Now it's Thuram. Thuram! And the ball's come loose here. Oh, there's a probing ball. Now, what about a counter-attack? That is a great pick out. And he's got away from him. Corner number 2 then.
Il y aura 4 minutes de temps additionnel.
And he's heaved it away. Pass somewhat off target. Hakimi wins the duel this time. The pass has gone astray. 4 extra minutes added on. Nice interception, well timed. That's going to go a long way. And time is up. France have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. There was to be only one outcome.
Mesdames et messieurs,
What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, look, it was very one-sided. Their players didn't turn up for the first half, and then it all went downhill.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.